What is up, budget billers? My name is Trill and we are back again. A new week, a new month, and hopefully some new news regarding a fourth stimulus check. Later this month, we are expecting the dual infrastructure bill to be passed in the House and the Senate. Part 1 being the bipartisan bill worth $1.2 trillion. This is for the physical infrastructure of this country. And then Part 2, which is the budget resolution bill, or also known as the human infrastructure bill, which will provide and help the American people. And we hope it will eventually include a fourth stimulus check. So far, there hasn't been any mention of one so far. However, there are multiple people in Washington fighting and pushing for a one-time fourth stimulus check to be included, as well as monthly stimulus checks. But hopefully, later this month, we will have a better idea on whether that's going to happen or not. And then we have some good news today for those individuals that are facing eviction from their homes. The Supreme Court ruled against President Biden and the CDC's temporary extension that they announced back in July. But we have a few states that are implementing their own eviction ban in their state. And we also found several more states where their eviction ban hasn't even expired yet. And I'm going to share with you which states those are and exactly what you need to do right now. But before we get started, hey, if this is your first time to the channel, hey, welcome and glad to have you. On this channel, we talk about finance, real estate, credit cards, Bitcoin and crypto, and stimulus update news. So if you're interested in any of those, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. That way you can join our community. Also, if you end up liking the content in this video or even laughing at one of my jokes, then be sure to like this video. Other than that, guys, hey, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay guys, the original eviction moratorium, or the eviction ban, expired back at the end of June. Congress ended up leaving Washington before they had the opportunity to extend the ban to later this year, considering the virus cases continue to rise in massive numbers every day in every state. President Biden and lawmakers were criticized about leaving Washington and causing millions of Americans to be left in the cold with no place to go. Individuals and families have been struggling since the pandemic started in March of 2022. Some even losing their jobs and some unable to return back to work for other reasons, which has caused some people to fall behind on making rent payments or mortgage payments in the short term. Well, that has lingered on even longer as the pandemic continues to cripple our economy. Some individuals haven't even paid their rent payments in more than 18 months, and those are now facing eviction from their homes, as the eviction ban has ended for most people. But tenants are not the only ones suffering right now.
Janice Hollins feels caught in the middle. 4 of her 21 renters in Bloomington, Illinois owe money.
We don't really want to put people out on the streets, and that's not going to bring in rent for us either.
Landlords are facing hardships as well because of the missed rent payments. Landlords either have depleted their own savings accounts to keep up with the mortgage payments or facing their credit scores going bad in the process. Landlords are being prevented from evicting non-payment tenants. Landlords can't sell their homes. Landlords are not receiving any assistance from the government. It's just a bad situation for everyone right now. But one state, or a couple of states, have decided last week to extend their own statewide eviction ban. New York and Illinois have decided to extend the eviction ban much longer than expected. Illinois, for example, has as many as 60,000 households statewide that are vulnerable to eviction this year, according to the Illinois Department of Human Services. So, on Friday, the governor said he would extend it for a second time this year. It was originally slated to expire on September the 18th, but now it's being extended to October the 3rd. Now, as far as New York goes, they have extended their protection for evictions until at least January 15th of 2022. The new governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, ordered a session to address the eviction crisis after the Supreme Court ruling. She said, "Under my watch, here in the state of New York, we are not going to exacerbate what is already a crisis. We are not going to abandon our neighbors in need, especially since the state of New York failed in its responsibility to get the money that was allocated by Congress out to the people in need earlier this summer." Well, okay, new governor of New York, it's good to have someone that's taking charge right now. So yes, guys, these specific states just extended the eviction ban a little bit longer. But there are also other states that still have their own restrictions in place to prevent evictions from occurring this year. These are the states that still have their own eviction moratoriums in place as of September the 5th. California, their eviction ban is in place through September the 30th. Washington, D.C. has a phase-out approach allowing evictions based on non-payments. As early as October the 12th, landlords may start filing evictions on January the 1st of 2022. Illinois has extended their eviction ban through September the 18th. Minnesota renters that are not eligible for the emergency rental assistance are protected until September the 12th. But renters who have a pending application can't be evicted until June of 2022. Tenants in Nevada can delay their eviction by showing proof that they have already applied for rental assistance. In New Jersey, renters are protected from eviction and court cases through December the 31st. But their annual household income has to be below 80% of the county's median income. New Mexico, the state Supreme Court has temporary eviction ban in place already with no end date of the time. New York eviction ban was set to expire on September the 2nd, but that has been already updated 2 days ago. It will now expire on January the 15th of 2022. And then in Oregon, landlords must wait 60 days before filing an eviction if the tenant provides documentation providing that they have applied for rental assistance. And in Washington, their eviction ban is effective through September the 30th. So those are the 10 states that currently have provisions in place that prevent tenants from being evicted by landlords. Now notice that some of those have stated that you were protected if you have applied for the rental assistance, which is why you need to quickly apply for more than one rental assistance program, because it does take a long time to actually receive approval. And if you already have applied for it, sometimes in your state, you can be prevented from being evicted. Now, as far as rental assistance programs go, guys, or how the government is helping those struggling households stay in their homes, they have provided $46 billion in the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. But unfortunately, they have only distributed about 11% of the $46 billion thus far. The issue that they are having is that each state has to develop its own plan of offering it to struggling households in their state. And so far, states haven't really made this a top priority. But as of recently, the rental assistance has been slowly improving a little bit in every state. I suggest that everyone who is in need, who is looking for a rental assistance, you need to act fast, guys. Find multiple assistance programs in your local state and apply for each one of them, because even if you are selected or not selected, it does take a while to be approved for the program. And you can check out the National Low Income Housing Coalition new Emergency Rental Assistance dashboard. It will allow you to search for rental assistance in your local area. Also, check out the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, as they have an interesting guide for renters that can't afford their rent payments. Also, check out the website lawhelp.org or the Legal Services Corporation. Those are all some leads to getting rental assistance if you guys need it. I will also include those links down below in the description. Now, what about the landlords, guys? We can't forget about them as well. You are not alone. I too am a landlord, but fortunately, my tenants have been able to pay rent consistently throughout the pandemic. But just an FYI, this emergency rental assistance program is not only for tenants or renters. Landlords can apply for assistance as well. And the same websites that are for renters and tenants may also be for landlord assistance. So check those out as well, guys. And one last side note, the rental assistance is not just limited to paying their rent or mortgages. There is also some rental assistance with paying their utility bills as well. Typically, each company has their own programs in place to help and support struggling households, such as offering you either 50 to 75% off your bill. Then others allow you to receive at least like 3 months for free. But each company is different, guys, so be sure to pick up the phone and call your utility company to see exactly what plans or assistance that they have to offer and see if you qualify for any of these. You never know, guys, but you just have to pick up the phone and call call them. I have seen multiple options in the past before the pandemic even came, as well as after the pandemic, guys. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope this information was helpful to you. If you know someone that can use this information, hey, go ahead and share this video with them. Also, share this video on your social media pages, such as your Facebook page, your Twitter page, and even your MySpace page. I know some of you guys are still rocking that MySpace. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. But anyways, hey, like I said, I hope all of you have an amazing Labor Day weekend. And this has been another fourth stimulus check update for today. Now, if you enjoyed any of this information or found it to be useful, be sure to hit the like button for me. It definitely helps out a lot, and it also tells YouTube to share this video with others. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button for me so that you can be a part of this community, and hit the notification bell to be notified of each new video. Again, as always, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.